Hey there guys and welcome back. This is just going to be a second look on that one card that I did in the 20 card reveal, Winch, that's coming to us. The one that summons is a discover card and gives you a random Northern Realms machine. Because I had said it's probably not going to see play because you have a couple of bad choices, but the adding +2 to it, and I got hit by some maths from a Reddit post that I'll put up real quick. Yeah, this card is actually probably going to be insane, and there is an actual RNG option in it that makes it really, really dumb. We'll get right into this one about why I changed my mind on it, and just probably pop up the Reddit post. But the most popular machine ran in Northern Realms is Battering Ram because it does give you the most value. Battering Ram, 7 power, deal without a crewman, deal 2 damage, then if you kill it, you deal 3 damage. So, has the possibility of being a 12 if you kill something that has 2 health. So that's the most popular ran machine in Northern Realms. And if you have 2 crewmen or 1 crewman, it's basically, at its best day, it's a 12 to 14 value card. Now, with this new card, anything you grab can actually give you pretty much the same value as a battering ram and the best day. As you can see, reinforced ballista on 11, because the true brick, you're never going to play this card if like your opponent has nothing on the field, because you're just asking for trouble. But yeah, reinforced ballista, this is without the crewman, 11, which is a little bit less than what battering ram can give you. Catapult 12, trebuchet 12, battering ram 14, of course, because you're just giving a battering ram a +2 more. Reinforced siege tower, this is a scary one, 12. Reinforced trebuchet 9 base +1 per round. And yeah, if it's a 4-round turn, it gets you 13 value. So, and the ballista, 9 at the lowest, up to 14. And so you get 3 choices. So your chances of bricking on this card as to where it's going to be worse than battering ram on its best day is very, very low. Like, you'd have to get a reinforced ballista. Your choices would have to be reinforced ballista, reinforced trebuchet, and the round's not going to go long, and ballista, and they don't have anything really lined up that's around the same power. So that would be the only combo that would give you less than a battering ram on its best day. And like, if a battering ram doesn't have something to kill, then all these choices are better than battering ram. Catapult up to 12. The other ones are 12, 12, and 14, and 12, so that gives you the same value as battering ram, and they scale better with crewmen, because these effects usually have better effects for the crewman tag than battering ram does, because battering ram just gives you 1 more damage on the initial damage, making it easier to get that 3 bonus damage off. But with other cards like trebuchet, you damage everything on the opposite row by 1 more for every crewman. Reinforced ballista, you deal 2 more damage for every crewman, which can add up to more than a battering ram. So yeah, these choices, you can't really brick on this card. I mean, you can in one situation, but that's really, really low chance. And you also have to have the situation as to where either the round's not going to go much longer, or they don't have anything really to hit. And with crewmen, it just gets better and better. But the thing that actually makes this card scary, is the fact that, yeah, it can grab you a reinforced siege tower, which is going to be 12 power without a crewman. But then you can use Henselt to pull out more the other 3 reinforced siege towers from your deck, sort of like the deck that we've been seeing going on. Like, that's their big plan usually, is to play reinforced siege tower, Henselt, grab the other 2, and get a decent amount of tempo, and hopefully that's enough for them to easily pass you. It's actually easier to stop, because in this post he says, yeah, he doesn't expect this combo to show up very often. It really does what Henselt already does, forcing an opponent out of round 1. The current Henselt does not necessarily force you out of round 1. If you have a decent tempo deck, you can pretty easily keep up with that combo, because they're playing the reinforced siege tower, it's going to be a 10 value. Then they're playing Henselt, and they're grabbing a 12 and a 10. So it adds up to 36 power in 2 turns, which isn't too bad. I mean, some decks have trouble keeping up with that tempo, as to where they won't have to go 2 more cards down just to keep up with that tempo. But with Winch, if you grab a siege tower, let's say you go second, because in this case you'd want to go second just in case you don't get the reinforced siege tower. But you go second, you get reinforced siege tower from your random card. Okay, you got a 12 power reinforced siege tower out on the field. Then the next turn you Henselt it, and you get 3 more 10 powers. In 2 turns, That is 46 power. That's really hard to keep up with in a lot of decks. And it only gets worse like if you go first, because you don't want to play this card obviously if you go first, since your opponent's not going to have anything on the field to hit in case you get any of the other options. You play Radovid, he has crewman, then you play Winch, and you're going to get a reinforced siege tower. You put it by the Radovid, it's going to go up to a 14, and then you Henselt it, and your other ones are going to be 12, so that way you keep yourself safe from the Igni at the same time. And that is going to give you 64 power in 3 turns. Like 64 power in 3 turns is pretty ridiculous. Keeping up with the current siege tower combo thing that they got going on is pretty easy. I mean, as long as you run a decent amount of tempo in the deck. But 64 power in 3 turns, that's without spending some really important cards. That's going to be really hard to keep up with. Like, all they have to use for this combo is 4 bronzes, a gold, and a silver. And that's not much at all. And you know they have a lot more scarier stuff in their deck for extended rounds because they're Northern Realms. So yeah, 64 power, I don't know what I'd do. Like, very few combos that I can think of could keep up with that. Maybe the new Weaves combo, Weaves into Crones into Commander's Horn, but then you have to use up, like, into a Bronze into a Commander's Horn, then you'd only go 1 card down to take the round if they plan on passing you after that. But even with that combo, you'd have to use up 4 of your silvers, a gold, and a bronze, compared to them using 1 silver, 1 gold, and 4 bronzes. In the current combo that they got, they use 3 bronzes and a gold, or if you're doing the Radovid, then yeah, silver, 3 bronzes, and a gold. And it gives them a lot less value. So I mean that combo is actually really scary. Like probably do expect to see that combo being played because, I mean, you can always save your trebuchets for later if it doesn't work, and you can run up to 3 of these Winch cards. So I mean, all you need to do is pull the reinforced, the reinforced siege tower once, and you're going to be able to pull this combo off. And it is going to completely shut you out of round 1 because you can't. If you guys know of like a consistent combo that every deck can run or something that's going to keep you up to 64 power, that's not going to make you have to go like 2 cards down to try to take the round back, then let me know because that's pretty scary. 64 power in 3 turns. That's like, even with just the reinforced trebuchet and the Hensel grabbing the other 3, that's 45 power. That's more than Hensel used to grab you when he could grab you soldiers and stuff, because you used to play the Katawani Commando and then Henselt them all out, and that would be a big tempo play, and that would usually help you shut out round 1. But this one gives you even more power, and it's just ridiculous that's the kind of RNG that scares me, because, like, yeah, they could get something decent, a catapult or something that's going to give them as much value or a little bit more value than a battering ram, or they could end up pulling off this huge combo, like, and just totally shut you out of round 1 because they got lucky and they actually got a reinforced siege tower from their picks. I would actually much prefer the card to be a silver and let you choose what machine you get and boost it by 2, sort of like Monster's Nest. I think that would be much healthier because with it being a bronze, you can run 3, makes it much easier to pull from your deck, and then if RNG blesses you, you get the reinforced siege tower, and yeah, just shut your opponent out round 1. So yeah, I changed my mind on this card. Just wanted to do a second look at it to let you guys know my opinion now. And yeah, this card is probably going to be ran a lot. It could replace Battering Ram because, as I said, the math for the chance of you getting something that's less value than Battering Ram is very, very, very low. So yeah, that's about it for this one, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys next time. Have a good one.